Hi, I'm Jay Rosenzweig, wishing you all a happy and healthy 2023. May this be the year in which, working together, we can finally turn the corner on racism, anti-Semitism, and all forms of hatred that are directed at people simply because of who they are. As a board member of the BlackNorth Initiative and board chair of Erwin Kotler's Raoul Wallenberg Center for Human Rights, I want to begin by saying what a privilege it is to serve with Wes and Dahabo and the entire team. You all know BNI's mission is to end anti-Black systemic racism in Canada and everywhere it exists. It is a noble and just cause. George Floyd's death ignited global protests and demands for equality and an end to police brutality against Black people. And yet Black people are still more than twice as likely to experience threats or uses of force during police encounters. Black people continue to trail in critical areas, including wealth, education, social justice, health, and civic engagement. BNI is working overtime to reverse these trends, including on the affordable housing front, the development of mentorship programs, and working with its hundreds of signatories on improving the number of Black executives amongst its leadership ranks. And partnerships are really important. The BlackNorth Initiative and the Raoul Wallenberg Center for Human Rights are strengthening our alliance and raising awareness of and combating anti-Black racism and anti-Semitism. We have embraced the philosophy of intersectionality, recognizing that systems that diminish, discriminate, or disadvantage any group of people are a detriment to all of us. As Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said more than 60 years ago at a conference on anti-Semitism, "My people were brought here to America in chains. Your people were driven here to escape the chains fashioned for them in Europe. Our unity is born of our common struggle for centuries, not only to rid ourselves of bondage, but to make oppression of any people by others an impossibility." That is the very definition of intersectionality. All peoples working together to prevent the oppression of any people. I'm proud to say that the Raoul Wallenberg Center for Human Rights and the BlackNorth Initiative have been working together for some time now. Wes and I co-authored a piece on the rising tide of anti-Semitism. Our organizations released a joint statement in solidarity against anti-Black and anti-Jewish racism. We made a joint statement on the importance of police reform. We curated a day focused on working in solidarity with the Asian, Indigenous, and Muslim communities against all forms of hate and discrimination. We are working on joint speaking tours, government advocacy, internship opportunities for Black law students to work at the Raoul Wallenberg Center, and much, much more. The simple fact is there is strength in diversity and in solidarity. It's been a trying time for our communities, too many horrors to count, from a racially motivated mass murder at a grocery store in Buffalo, to hostage takings and murderous shootings at synagogues, to celebrities using their social media platforms to post vile anti-Semitic rants and lies, to a shocking report right here at the University of Toronto Medical School finding widespread anti-Semitism among staff and students. The problem of anti-Semitism on campuses is rampant across North America and beyond. And the Black community is also threatened on campuses and in their houses of worship. About a third of the historically Black colleges and universities in the U.S. were targeted with bomb threats in 2022, along with a dozen houses of worship. More than ever, we need to stand together. Let me close with a story of hope. It involves the love between two famous people, a Black Muslim and a white Jew, Muhammad Ali and actor Billy Crystal. Over a 42-year friendship, Ali always called Billy his little brother. During his eulogy for Ali in 2016, Billy Crystal told stories about how the champ worked with him to raise money and awareness of the various Jewish, Muslim, and Black causes. Then at the funeral of the greatest, Billy told a story which is simple yet poignant about the time Ali invited him to run with him one morning. Billy was excited to join the champ for some road work, until hearing Ali ran at this quiet, private golf club. "That club is restricted, so I can't join you," Billy said. Ali asked what he meant by restricted. Billy told him that Jews are not allowed on the property. Ali shook his head and said, "You mean They'll let a black Muslim run there, but not you? Well, I'm done with that place. And Ali was. In a heartfelt way, these two high-profile men were fighting anti-black racism, anti-Semitism, and all forms of hate and discrimination together. Like them, all of us must join forces in the struggle. We cannot let ourselves get pitted against each other or be indifferent to threats or discrimination directed at one another. We are all facing some serious threats, and not only from the fringes, but through the normalization of hateful tropes, rhetoric, and disinformation. We need to listen to one another's pain and narratives. We need to do our best to understand what is not in our own experience, but is nonetheless hurtful and dangerous. We need to learn from history and ensure our collective and imposed dark histories do not repeat. Let our unity born of common struggles against hatred be a driving force to finally, as Dr. King dreamed, make oppression of any people an impossibility. Happy New Year, enjoy the gala, and much love to all of you.